Hi, this is Beth, and I am the parent of a child with Down syndrome, actually a young man now. And I am contacting you today on World Down Syndrome Day. It's March 21st, 2020. And there is a piece of legislation called the CARES Act that is now in the Senate. And we are wanting to share with you some concerns that people with disabilities are included. Our action alert is shown over here on my screen. So one of our folks have contacted Senator Braun, and he told them not to worry, that the CARES Act does consider the needs of individuals with disabilities, but that's not consistent with the negotiations going around. The people that we know who are involved in DC say that these provisions are really not considering people with disabilities, but that Senator Braun and Senator Young, our Indiana senators, have power and are involved in the negotiations around the CARES Act. So contacting them about this could be very fruitful. So I've included over here some messages I've received from our national contacts, that we need to ask them that students' civil rights under the Individual with Disabilities Education Act are not ignored. They cannot be waived, and there should be increased funding for IDEA to support access to virtual education for students with disabilities, so that the things in your child's IEP are not ignored and allowed to be ignored while they're e-learning. Another thing is that people with disabilities need to have emergency access to medication. Sometimes people with disabilities find it very hard to get out when we are all sheltered like this, and they need to be able to access their medication easily. There's talk of economic payments to each adult and child in the United States, and we need to make sure that people with disabilities have access to that without jeopardizing their eligibility for programs like Medicaid and SSI. And also, people with disabilities may not be able to get out to the grocery, like some of us are trying to do, and they also may not have access to income right now to afford food. They need to include people with disabilities in expanded funding for SNAP, which is food stamps, and Meals on Wheels. Now, you can share these concerns with your senators in Indiana by emailing their assistants. Senator Young's assistant is right, her email is right there. Her name is Jamie Light. Senator Braun's assistant is right there, and that name is Riley Inman. I've also posted their phone numbers. The key thing for introverts is you can call them on the weekend and leave a voicemail and not have to talk to a human being, but tell them what you're concerned about. And the other thing is to share this video and post these concerns on your social media links. Thanks very much, and happy World Down Syndrome Day.